Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Aggies offense will go on the attack first. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Reed. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out wide right, it's Craver. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Churns into the pile. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Breaks through, it's Owens. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical. We're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Catch in the middle. It's Craver. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Aggies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Gamecocks offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Few guys in the sport have the physical skill, size, and speed of Nick Harbor. He's going to get plenty of targets. In fact, this ought to be one of the better wide receiver matchups you'll see.
We've got two receivers playing in this game, two of the best in the entire country. Two guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Clark. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a crease. It's Edwards.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. To the back. There he goes. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that 1st down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
2nd and long here. Here's Reed to throw. Right side, it's Horton. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Play fake, Marcel Reed. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Sells to run, looking to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. They get to him as he throws. And this is going to be in. On third down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Throwing Reed. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. Get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
3rd and long right here. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started. In their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Behind to crease, it's Edwards. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Makes a grab deep. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Aggies are flying down the field. With the draw, it's Edwards. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Under pressure, just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now here's Reed. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They saw it, they pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled, strung it out, did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He's got it down the middle. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Texas A&M 14, South Carolina 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quick give. It's Clark. Turning it on. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Takes the handoff. It's McAllister. Got enough for the first down. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They go play action with Sellers. Complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Works the middle. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Again, it's Reed. Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the field. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Trying to run, it's Edwards. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
South Carolina, 7.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Sellers to the air again. Got his man on the outside. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Sellers from the gun on third down. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down, now they're staring at fourth down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. On the run, it's Owens. Past the 6. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the ground, he's got it again. Across the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
With the Texas A&M head coach coming out of the locker room. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Sellers from the gun on third down. Gets away from one. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Sellers. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Some misdirection with the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Piles his way ahead. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Reed to throw. Fires left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Out wide right, it's Craver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Moving the pocket, it's Reed. And that one's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Reed to the air again. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Delay to the back. It's Edwards. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Headed to the edge, it's McAllister. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback keep. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Rush right in his face. He's got the back in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5.
Ready. Blue 85. Blue 85.
From the gun, it's Clark. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. RPO complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Throwing, Sellers. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Running inside, it's Edwards. Turns it on at midfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Finds his target. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Right side, it's Owens. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
In the gun, third down, Reed. Out wide right, it's Riley. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
South Carolina, 10.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Here's Sellers to throw. Right side, it's Tuggle. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Drops back, it's Sellers. Setting up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll.
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Throwing Reed. Back's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Breaks into the open. ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Sellers on the move. Gets away. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Slots it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duresses.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Sellers. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Might as well run him again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really